Okay, good morning everyone. Pastor asked me to give a testimony this morning about the harassment that we experienced this morning and last night. Normally, I can tell sometimes when Pastor's really studying because all of a sudden the weather's really nice and then all of a sudden it starts to rain. So there are certain things that I come to look for and recognize that are spiritual manifestations in response to Pastor's intense studying. But last night specifically, there was some thunder that was happening in the middle of the night, thunder and lightning, and normally I can sleep pretty well during a storm. Sometimes it actually helps me. I listen to sometimes a file that has thunderstorm or rain in the background to help me sleep because I'm such a light sleeper. But last night the thunder was actually really strange. I had a very hard time sleeping. I was up at 3 in the morning and the thunder to me did not sound like normal thunder. I found it a little more distressing. It was very distressing in the spirit. And then when I had gotten up at 3 in the morning, there was also a cricket that was chirping, of course, and it was going off like it was on its last leg, chirp, 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 and I couldn't sleep after that. And so then I went into Pastor and I said, good morning, and she's like, oh, is this that time already? She's like, I haven't gone to sleep yet. And I said, no, you're okay, it's only 3. I said, but I asked her about the cricket, because for some reason it didn't chirp for a while all day, and then it started chirping in the middle of the night, right when that thunderstorm was happening. So we have some sort of device that we can plug into the wall that eventually kills crickets or bugs that we can't see, which we've had to use before, so we had to put that in. And then this morning when I had gotten up, Pastor was telling me that there was a fly that was harassing her while she was trying to study. So I looked at the window in the kitchen and there were a couple flies. And I said, oh, well, there was probably 2 of them that were harassing, and then all of a sudden I seen a 3rd one, and then a 4th one, and then a 5th one. And so then I started killing the flies, and one started flying around and went into her room, so I went in there to try to get it, and then I looked on her windows and there were just like 10 flies on the window. And then she opened the curtain because I could see the window through the slated curtain, or the slats of the shades. And so she started to open it and I started to kill them, and it's like they were spawning. You kill one and then all of a sudden there's 2 of them. So I shut the door and I swear I could have killed about 20 flies. And then I left because I think a couple of them got out somehow. So I went back out to make sure there weren't any left in the kitchen. And then I went into the living room and there were like a couple in the living room. And then all of a sudden I noticed there were like 3, and then there were 4, and then there were 5. And so I was then killing all the flies in the living room. And I had let at least 4 out the door. And then finally I had gotten them all, but I would say there was at least 20 flies in the house. I've never seen anything like that before, so there was a lot of harassment, spiritual pestilence, and just a big reaction, I think, to the pastor studying the message. So she just wanted me to give a testimony about what had happened this morning, kind of last night. So that's all I have.
Thank you.